Hey guys, Wild Willie here, and this is what I want to talk about. The KeroWorld 23,000 BTU indoor convection heater. Now, I was a Big Buddy fan for the longest time, still am, they're decent, but the only problem with Big Buddy is it runs off propane, and you can't store propane in your house if you run the Big Buddy off 20-pound tanks. That's one thing, but if you run them off the green cylinders, you can't store propane in your house because those tanks will eventually bleed. And propane is very dangerous. Even the fumes can ignite. This is kerosene. Huge reservoir on here. I don't even know how big the reservoir is, but I know it'll burn for 12 hours on with this unit. I've been running this thing all day off one tank. My house is way too freaking hot. Actually, it's about 85 degrees in here. Aesthetically pleasing. This thing's nice to look at. It radiates heat 365 degrees. You can see in there, nice fire chamber. I don't know how well you can see that or not. It's kind of cool. It's one of those things though, like any kerosene heater, you got to monitor it for a few minutes when you turn it on. Make sure the flame's doing the right thing for about 5-7 minutes, and then you're good to go. Now this thing here, I like it. These side rails, they're not too hot to touch. Up top here, I wouldn't want to put my hands on there, and actually, looking at it, I'm thinking it would probably hold the pot or something you could actually cook on. You could set something on there. I don't think you'd have a problem boiling water or heating something up with this thing. The tank, pretty straightforward. It's got the turning of the knob. It's got the emergency shut-off there. It's got the fuel tank gauge to tell you how much fuel's in there. But I'm happy with this unit, guys. When I got it, I watched a lot of videos, and they said, it takes a tank to 2 tanks to burn off the smell of the chemicals they use when they make these things. I had this 5 minutes, and the smell was gone. Now, when you still light it and put it out, there is a very minute smell. When I lit this thing up in the kitchen this morning or today, I did turn on the exhaust fan over the stove. But other than that, 5 minutes and I had it out. This thing throws a shit ton of heat. It's actually too hot in here for me, but I'm glad to know that, one good sized jug of kerosene will last me, 3-4 days burn time on this thing. And kerosene is a lot safer to store than propane, and this thing throws a boatload of heat. And I don't got to worry about the Big Buddy. You don't got to worry about changing out the propane cylinders ready quick, or running a 20-pound tank or leaving that in your house. And you don't have to worry about the battery operated fan like you do on the Big Buddy. Even though the fan feature is nice, this thing radiates 365 degrees, and it throws a boatload of heat. So check it out, guys. There's different brand names for it. This is a KeroWorld brand name, but I know if you go online, there's a ton of other brand names. But basically, it's 23,000 BTUs of 365 degree heat that'll run off one tank of kerosene for 12 hours. K1 kerosene, too, by the way. You got to get the clean stuff. Kerosene's relatively cheap. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than propane is, and it lasts twice as long. So check it out. Once again, this is the KeroWorld 23,000 BTU heater. I got mine at Canadian Tire on January 2nd. They got them on sale for like $70 off. So anyways, I'm Wild Willie. Remember, it's not a question if this shit hits a fan, it's a question of when. So always be prepared.